Alright, today we got a 2008 Honda Ridgeline we're working on here. You can see I've got the hood all the way up at its highest setting. That's because this platform, this pinch weld goes way under the hood. So I wanted to get the hood out of the way so I could get a nice bead laid all the way across. And you can see that my Rolladeck is not in place. That's because the glass, or the bead is like right on the edge of the glass, and I didn't want to have to fight getting around the Rolladeck to apply my bead. But now the bead's in place, Rolladeck's already set from removal, I can just slide it back on there. I don't want it moving around on me, so I'm going to go ahead and put the wiper nut on it. Help stabilize it. Perfect. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let my hood down. And I'll finish running the bead. Now I can reach it from the outside. Tool them two together. Bob here is the owner of the vehicle. Bob, what do you think of this Rolladeck system?
So far, so good. Looks like you can fully eliminate a second person and still get the job done correctly.
Priority number one, get the job done correctly. But yes, it definitely helps cut down on your labor costs. Another thing that I think people don't realize or think about so much is when you got two technicians holding on to the same piece of glass, you've got two brains trying to manage the same thing. When you've got one guy working on the job, he has complete control of lateral motion, height, and placement. If you have a guy on the other end, if he's a little high, or the guy on this end's a little high or low, you might not get the best set. Well, with a Rolladeck system, your lateral placement is already taken care of. So it's a no-brainer. You don't have to worry about that. You just got to make sure that you get your height right. If your height is right on your side, you know it's right on the other side. Okay. We're ready to place our glass. First day of spring and it feels like summer here in Florida. Isn't it beautiful? All right, now I just walk over. Now because, like I said, the bead goes way under the hood, the Rolladeck is way under the hood too, so you got to get to the tool. But once you get the glass placed in the tool, you can see I'm holding this thing with one hand. Once you get it placed in there, all you got to do is just roll it over, keep it at an angle. Obviously you can't go straight up and down with it, but you keep it at an angle till you get it over the opening. Then you bring it down, get it under the fender edges and hood and hinges and everything. Get your set lined up, place it on the passenger side, place it on the driver's side, and you're free. The weight is done. Now you can fine-tune your adjustment. And you got to bear in mind, the bead is really not touching anywhere but at the top. So you haven't disturbed it anywhere else. This bead is very fragile, and if you don't manage it correctly, you can roll it over, have water leaks, wind noises. It's very important to get them placed correctly. got to be real careful on these things, even with the Rolladeck, because you do have extremities. You got the hood hinges and the hood itself you got to be real careful with, so just be mindful of that. But imagine trying to set this thing without it. Okay, loosen the set screws, bring down the tool, drop it in, and you get the perfect placement, just like the factory. Doesn't get any better than that, folks. When precision is a must, it's the Rolladeck you can trust. Get yours today, www.rolladeck.net.